Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Alhamdulillahi wa kafa wa salamun ala ibadihi alladhina istafa amma ba'd. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad wa barik wa sallim. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad wa barik wa sallim. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad wa barik wa sallim. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi zidni ilma, Rabbi zidni ilma, Rabbi zidni ilma. It is common sense that when a certain object or a certain mission or a certain goal does not give you the same fruits or does not give you the result which it was designed to give, then you start a diagnostic and try and understand that what and where are we going wrong. It is not wise that we say, okay, fine, we don't know why is that happening, or maybe we don't care why is that happening, and then we continue to do what we are doing. And it would be even foolish to think that I will continue to do a certain thing in the same manner as earlier and have a hope that there will be results which will be different. It's not possible, right? So you're doing process A, and every time you do process A, you're failing. And then you hope that, okay, I'll continue to do process A, and then eventually one day the madad of Allah will come and the result will change. You somehow have to see where am I going wrong. Allah Ta'ala in the Quran, when He talks about spouses, married people, Allah Ta'ala mentions, Ba'd a'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem, وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ أَنْ خَلَقَ لَكُم مِّنْ أَنفُسِكُمْ أَزْوَاجًا لِتَسْكُنُوا إِلَيْهَا وَجَعَلَ بَيْنَكُمْ مَوَدَّةً وَرَحْمَةً إِنَّ فِي ذَلِكَ لَآيَاتٍ لِقَوْمٍ يَتَفَكَّرُونَ. And among Allah's signs is that He created for you spouses, husband, wife, from amongst yourselves, human beings, right, amongst our own people, so that you may find tranquility, sukoon, itminan in Urdu. The relationship of a husband and wife was given that one has tranquility, sukoon in their life. So that is the first goal of a married life. And then Allah Ta'ala says, and He placed between you love, mawadda, wa rahma, mercy. So a married life or your spouse was given to you by Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala to grant you three things: tranquility, sukoon; mawadda, love; rahma, mercy. SubhanAllah, when you look at today's day and age and see how marriages are affected left, right, center, the amount of divorces we have in today's day and age is unprecedented. We've never heard of such a high divorce rate. I go back 20, 30 years and I just can't remember that. Maybe in years you would hear that, okay, a certain couple got divorced or something. But today, every month or the other you hear a certain marriage being broken. People just marry and the next week or the next month they are getting divorced. There have been articles in the newspaper mentioning a couple got married and the next day they got divorced. People are getting divorced after spending 3 years together, after spending 5 years together, after spending 10 years together, or even after spending 20 years together. You look at that left, right, center, and when does a divorce take place? When there is no tranquility, when there is no love, and there is no mercy. So, the relationship between a husband and wife is not giving the result what it was given to do. So where are we going wrong? We need to do a diagnostic, right? And see the process which we follow to get married, and firstly to get married, and then how do you maintain a marriage? Am I following the process as what my deen told me to do? And then say, okay, fine, even if I'm following that, I'm not getting that result, and that is not possible. So definitely the process which we are following, somewhere we are going wrong. Somewhere in the process we are definitely going wrong. So inshallah we'll go through the process and see what is the problem. Where is the problem? So first things first, when it comes to getting married, choice of a spouse. Yeah? A man chooses a girl chooses a boy. What is our selection criteria? Our deen teaches us, Nabi Karim sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, a woman is married for 4 reasons: for her wealth, for her lineage, for her beauty, and for her religion. Nothing outside these 4. This is the selection criteria of people. And Nabi Karim sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, choose the one who is religious. Choose the one who is religious. Is that our selection criteria when we are getting married? Mostly people are getting married for wealth, for beauty. Subhanallah, I've heard Ajib, there are reasons and the kind of questions people ask when they get married. So I'm from Karachi, and in Karachi, there is you can say there is a club basically where only the wealthy people have access to that. They go and play sports over there. They go and spend time over there. I'm not going to take the name of that. I have literally heard when people go and take a proposal, they ask either the bride and the groom, do you guys have membership over there? Because when you get married, the husband is also going to get that membership, or the wife is going to get. This is one of the questions they ask, do you have membership over there? This is our selection criteria. Nabi Karim sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, choose the one who is religious. People think a beautiful wife will ensure that I'll have a long marriage, a happy marriage, and there is not going to be any problems. If beauty was the criteria, and if beauty was going to make it work, look at what is happening in Hollywood and Bollywood. Those females are deemed to be the most beautiful in this world, right? People dump them left, right, center. Every now and then you hear, okay, she got divorced, marriage did not work out and all that. So if beauty was the criteria, then why would that happen? And psychologically also, it's very natural. It is very natural. You might find something once beautiful, once attractive, second time attractive. After a few years, you get used to stuff. So that beauty, even though it is beauty, but then it won't last forever. But the criteria of religion, of the spouse or the wife being religious, goes a long way, goes a very, very, very long way. So our selection criteria has to be, again, in order to achieve the results of tranquility, love and mercy, the first choice has to be that the wife is religious. Does that mean I should not consider beauty at all? No, that's not the case. Definitely, beauty should also be a criteria. A man should be attracted towards his wife. If he just doesn't find her attractive at all, then also there's going to be problems later on. But then the criteria, for example, when you have to, maybe you have an option of two. One is this beautiful, the other is this beautiful. But this girl, her akhlaq and her deen is here, and this lady is here. Then you choose this one, even though she might be slightly less beautiful, but then her deen will go a long way. Our selection criteria has to be correct in order to achieve those results. What did Nabi Karim ﷺ say about the groom? How should he be? Nabi Karim ﷺ says, when someone whose religion, deen, again over there also deen, but Nabi Karim ﷺ added one more extra thing over here. When someone whose religion and character you are pleased with comes to you with a proposal, then marry your daughter to him. Is akhlaq out of deen? No, it is not. We know what deen it comprises of, right? This is a topic which has been mentioned multiple times in this gathering. Deen is aqeedah, our beliefs, ibadat, rituals, muasharat, our dealings, muamalat, how do we deal with people, and akhlaqiyat, our manners. Akhlaq is part of deen, but Nabi Karim ﷺ specifically mentioned over there, when someone with whom you are pleased with their religion and his akhlaq, then marry the girl. Again over here, is our selection criteria okay for our daughters and for our sisters? Is majority of the people, their criteria is, what is the salary digit, what is the property he has, which car does he drive, where does he have a house, does he earn enough that he can take me for a trip every year, every summers I want to spend in some other country, does he earn that much or not? What does he look like? Okay, is his beard like that actor, or is his hairstyle like that football star? If this is the criteria, then again the result of tranquility with love and mercy will not be there. It would not be there. So the first things first, the selection criteria has to be deen. Has to be deen. And subhanAllah, when you reflect, right, when you reflect on the ayahs which Nabi Karim ﷺ, his sunnah was when he would recite that at the time of nikah, there is only one theme which is so evident over there, and across the three ayahs, only one theme: have taqwa of Allah. Have the taqwa of Allah. Stay away from the obedience of Allah. What does it tell that? Allah Ta'ala grants love, Allah Ta'ala grants tranquility, Allah Ta'ala grants wisdom only when there is staying away from the disobedience of Allah. The hearts are in control of Allah. When Allah Ta'ala puts the love of somebody in your heart, only then you can love a certain person. If Allah Ta'ala takes it away, then whatever you do, you cannot force yourself to love someone. So if also the message over there again is, okay, when you choose the spouse, also deen, but then even after that, the whole goal, the message over there is stay away from the disobedience of Allah. Why is that being said? Why is that being said? Because husband and wife, usually majority of the time they spend time in privacy. Okay, at home they're on their own. Yes, they might go out, and then that is when you have people around, right, you will behave as it is. You will not want to make a joke out of your own self. You will want to make sure that, okay, I'm behaving fine, we're not fighting in public and all that. But then when you're at home, nobody's watching, that's when the monster within ourselves comes out. So we inshallah discuss that. We'll go step by step, but again the theme is staying away from the disobedience of Allah. So for the first things first, when you choose a spouse, their deen is top priority. Does that mean that you will just marry anyone? For example, if a girl's status is over here and a guy's status is here, but still he's religious, should you just marry the girl to him? No, there's a concept of kufu in our deen also. There's a concept of kufu, equality. To some level, there's maybe some difference here and there. But then, for example, if a girl has grown up to a standard where, for example, there's lots of wealth around, a very big house and all that kind of a thing, and then eventually you just marry her to a guy who just cannot afford her lifestyle. She was used to staying in a 5 or 6 bedroom villa, and then he even struggles to have her own house, and then the father and mother is also there. Then definitely there's no kufu over here. So that there has to be some level that the guy should have enough that, okay, he can to some extent afford his wife. So this deen is definitely important, but then the concept of kufu is also important. It is a very important concept also in our deen. So that's first. Second thing is, okay, fine, you found the spouse. What do you do next? The nikah ceremony, right? What a disaster. What a disaster in this day and age. Subhanallah. Ajeeb. We're doing the exact opposite as to what our deen asks us to do, and then we are expecting that the results are going to be as how Allah Ta'ala had designed this relationship to be. Nabi Karim ﷺ said, "A'zamun nikahi barakatan aysaruhu mu'natan." The most blessed marriage is the one which has the least expense. And what are our marriages all about? Subhanallah. Ajeeb. I recently got to know about a concept called destination marriage. So they say, okay, they don't marry in the same town or the same city. Everyone travels to some part of the world and all the marriage functions are done over there. And I used to think, okay, fine, a destination marriage means, okay, a few family members of the bride and a few family members of the groom are gonna go there, and they might go to some other town or something and do a marriage over there. Subhanallah, I got to know 500 to 800 people all traveled from one country to the other, maybe a 9-10 hour flight to attend just 4 days of marriage. Imagine what is the amount of wealth which is being spent into this whole setup, whereas technically, if you see, a nikah costs 0 dirhams. All what is required is ijab, qubul, and two gawaz or two witnesses. That's it. And the marriage is done. What a disaster. The amount of money, and it might be, if you can afford it, that is understood, fine, you can afford it. But the pressure which you build on the society, we're not looking at the larger damage which we are doing. There's a book called The Road to Hell. So they've written, it's a book which has been written that what is the damage, what is the damage done by a lot of these global charity associations. They run these charity drives and go and serve in areas where there are less privileged people, and they provide them food, education, all that. And they have written over there what is the hidden agenda behind it. That even though they might be planning to do something good over there, but what is the damage which they are creating? So over here also, you might think I can do it, and I will do my marriage in a lavish way, but the damage which you have creating in the society overall and the peer pressure which it creates. There are people in this world who are forced to take loans just so that they can marry in the same status as people around them are getting married. Our deen taught us that you make the most barakah is in the marriage in which there is the least expense. I got to know about someone. So someone got to know that his friend told him that, okay, you know what, I heard this hadith, and that is why I got married, and I got married, and the amount of money which I spent is only 2,000 dirhams. In 2,000 dirhams, my marriage was done. So that guy got motivated. He's like inspired, man. Mashallah, he did amal on this hadith. So this guy, he went home and told his mother about this. That, okay, see, my friend, you know what he did? He heard this hadith and he wanted to do amal on this. So he said, that's what I will do. And he said, you know what my mother told me? Stay away from that guy. His mother told him, stay away from that guy, because the kind of marriages which are done in their setup is like, this guy, if he wants to do that, then he'll just break the status, right? What will I tell all my relatives that, okay, this is, how can we marry in this way? But then subhanAllah, then we expect, so because Nabi Karim ﷺ is linking barakah to the least expense. Now, the effect is going to be, so if you increase the expense, what is going to happen? That marriage will have the least barakah. There will be no barakah in that marriage. And then we say, why are our marriages not working? And then our wedding ceremonies. So first is the kind of money which we are spending on and the kind of pressure we are creating. And then when we have our ceremonies, it seems as if we have concluded that there is no deen for the next 4 hours in that ceremony. It seems as if Allah does not exist, na'uzu billah. It seems there are no rules which I have to follow. The religious families, you see, the people who are so called religious, who pray 5 times a day, when it comes to their marriages, subhanallah, ajib. I got to know. So there's a marriage which it's taking place. Now what's happening is, so people have got together and now they are going to enter the wedding hall. So now the family of the bride and the family of the groom is going to enter. So they are announcing the bride's father-in-law is entering now, and then there's a background music being played for him. I thought, man, is he Undertaker or what, man? Those of us who grew up watching wrestling, right? Every member of the family who's entering, there's a background music being played for that. I'm saying, I'm like, what is this happening? The mother is entering, background music. The sister is entering, background music. And different background music for everyone. Is there no deen, man? And then we say, why are our marriages not working out? Why is it a disaster? Ajib. The kind of, the way the people dress. You go to our weddings, it seems they are not Muslims at all, man. There is no men, women, just mingling along. Nobody cares what are the rules of our deen. Women are not covering up. There's so much free mingling around, subhanallah, to that next level. Women are dancing in front of everyone. And then we are saying, where is the madad of Allah? What is happening to our people? Why are our marriages not working? We are just doing the exact opposite as to how things would work. And then we are saying, okay, what is this happening? Ajeeb. The expenses which we are putting in, music, dancing, no covering up, free mingling. Ajeeb. So our nikah ceremony is seriously a disaster. Somebody somewhere, guys, lot of unmarried people sitting over here. Man, somebody has to take a step, guys. We need to stop what is happening. The third thing is, okay, an expectation, 500, 600 people have to come to the marriage. And I'll tell you, the expectation maybe is that, okay, they think that, okay, fine, if we're going to do this, so they have to invite people, and they expect people are also going to come, and people also come with that expectation that, okay, we have to join relationships and we have to stay together. And there is maybe a good thought process behind that we want to ensure that the community sticks together and all that. But then again, we need to also look at this from the lens of our religion, right? Again, we might be thinking we are doing something good, but is it good or we are creating damage? So these are our marriages, right? And you go back to the times of Nabi Karim Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Nabi Karim Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam cites one of his sahabi, one of his very close sahabi, Hazrat Abdurrahman bin Auf radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, in the market, walking, and he noticed that on Hazrat Abdurrahman bin Auf radiyallahu ta'ala anhu's shirt, there was a yellow mark. So in those days, the perfumes which the females would use, that would have a stain, I don't know, that would leave a mark. So this was the same mark which of that. So Nabi Karim Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam asked him, what is this? And Abdurrahman bin Auf radiyallahu anhu said, I got married. Nabi Karim Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam did not even know that his very close sahabi, and not just any sahabi, he is a sahabi who is amongst the Ashara Mubashara, amongst the 10 who have been promised Jannah in one hadith. Nabi Karim Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam did not even know that, he did not even invite, as in, like, he did not even know that he had got married. And for us, the entire world needs to know about it, and the entire world also needs to come also. And if they don't come, so if I am not inviting the other person gets, he doesn't like it, he gets angry, he gets upset. And if I invite him and he does not come, then I get upset, and then we both play upset. Yeah, because we need a reason to be upset, right? So why not? Let's be upset. Ajeeb. So this is again completely opposite. So what are we, as in, and then we are complaining that our marriages are not working out. People are not getting married, and with those people who are getting married, their marriages are breaking. So again, nikah ceremonies have to be fixed. The third thing is, now you've got married, right? Then after that, things are not working out. And when I think about it, first things first, the expectations have to be right, guys. We need to be in the right frame of mind. The problem is, again, our youth grows up watching Bollywood movies, and they think our marriage life is also going to be just like a Bollywood movie. We're going to be dancing around here and there. We're going to go here, and it's going to be such a happily loving life ahead with no challenges, nothing or the other. Everything my wife does, I'm going to love it. Everything my husband does, I'm going to love it. Guys, we need to set our expectations right. The expectations are not right over here. Just like any relationship, it is right. There's going to be ups and downs, ups and downs. That's how the life is going to be. People have just lost patience these days. And I think it's a lot to do about in the environment in which we are growing up. We want everything to be in our control because the world is in our control, right? Yeah. Anything, as in you go back 20, 30 years back when we would be watching the TV, so there are 10 channels, and on 10 channels you cannot choose what is coming or not. Eventually, if you don't like something, you have to switch it off. Everything is in your control today. You don't like the food at home? Talabat. Food is in your control. Yeah? There's nobody to clean something at home. Apps, somebody can come home to clean it. You want a response. 20, 30 years back, you wanted to do research. Oh, go and find a book. You don't have a book. Go to the library, something or the other. Chat GPT, can you tell me thak, thak, thak? For the response comes on the spot. I just got to know in Pakistan, they made an app, Foreign. Foreign Urdu means at the click of a button. Foreign. We want everything this way. Foreign, everything fast, everything on my. Now, if you reflect, and that is what is also coming into our relationships also, right? We want instant action, right? I was telling my son the other day, so we were sitting at the table, and then my son says to my wife, Mom, can I have food? And he's just said that, and in another second he says, Mom, can I have food? And I told him, she's your mom, she's not ChatGPT. Give her time. You just said, Mom, I want food. Wait for her, she'll give it to you. I want food. Because of the way in which we are operating, right? Everything is such instant. I don't know, the young people of you don't know, but we know the pain of that dial-up internet which was there. Nowadays, you click a button and then it's not, the website does not generate, you get restless, right? In the dial-up internet days, and then imagine you're playing the dial-up internet and you're playing a game over there, and then suddenly somebody calls on the phone and then the connection goes. Because everything is so instant, right? We want our relationships also to be such instantly working. This is just like any new project you enter into, right? We all have this thought process, okay, I'm going to a new job, right? I'm going to start something. I've started a new job. You know, the first 6-8 months are going to be, I need to settle down. I need to make a space. There are going to be some people who are going to be happy because I'm here. There's going to be some people who are not going to be happy I'm here. I have to learn how things are done over here. Even when you go home late and all that, and your wife complains, why are you coming late from home? And they're like, boss, it's a new job. I'm understanding things and all that. But when it comes to marriage, nowadays people are not just ready to put in that time. That investment is not there. Nowadays, everyone wants to do a startup, right? Everyone wants to do a startup. Everyone you speak to, I'm working on this startup. Every startup also takes time, right? The kind of pain which you go through 2-3 years to set it up and then for it to flourish and all that. Marriage is also like that, right? It is a new project. You have to give it time. But we're not ready to give it time. Something here goes here and there, and okay, fine, let's end it. Subhanallah. Ajeeb. The kind of reasons you get to know, right, because of which marriages are breaking, you sometimes feel like you want to bang your head on the door. I got to know one marriage got broken after 4 years of engagement. The bride and the groom were engaged for 4 years, and a night before the wedding got cancelled and they broke it. And I'll tell you what the reason they gave is that we have a tradition in our family that when the girl is going to come, or I don't know, the groom is going to come, they will send a red cloth with him, and you did not send the red cloth, marriage is finished. 4 years the engagement was there, and they gave this reason when they just broke it. Ajeeb. The expectations are not right, guys. We need to give time. Love is directly proportional to time. The amount of time you invest in something, you will naturally be more attached to it. I'll give you an example. A mother who gives birth to a child and also she's the one who brings the child up, takes care of him and all that, and over the years, the attachment with which this mother will have to this child compared to a mother who gives birth to a child but doesn't take care of him and gives it to someone else to take care of him, both of them will not have the same relationship with the child because of the time which she has invested on. We also look in our usual work culture also, right? So for example, if there's a project on which we've really worked hard on and that does not go through, we get affected, right? Oh man, I put in so much of effort and time on this, but it did not work out. But on the other hand, you do something like, oh fine, I just clicked it and just did it, and if it doesn't work, like, okay fine, big deal. Maybe the result of that was same, but then because on the other you put in so effort and time because you got attached to it. We are not ready to give that time these days. And then we are saying, why are our marriages not working? So first thing, the expectations have to be right, guys. Again, it's not going to be a Bollywood movie. Yeah, it's going to be ups and downs, ups and downs. But second thing is, give it time, guys, give it time. Third thing, we need to, and one of the reasons of the expectations being right also, right, people also don't know what is the role which I am playing, right? It breaks my heart when you hear such conversations. Imagine I heard a lady say that I go into depression when I am feeding my child. Thinking, is that the reason why I was sent on this world? She is breastfeeding her child and says, I go into depression when I do that. Is this what I was made for? Ajeeb. You don't understand what life is all about, right? Then there's a serious problem. Then how, as in, we're talking about a marriage life, right? But then again over here, from a child and mother perspective, what is the kind of relationship are these both going to have? The mother says, I go into depression when I do that. Ajeeb. The fourth, one more reason why I feel that marriages are not working out, again, because as I said, the main theme of the 3 ayahs, which are sunnah, in which Nabi Karim used to recite at the time of khutbah, is that staying away from the disobedience of Allah. And as time is passing, even when in the nikah ceremony, to what extent are we disobeying Allah? And even beyond that, men are not controlling their gaze. Left, right, center, the kind of social media which they are consuming, even on the roads, there is no haya, people are not controlling their gaze, then naturally, it is very natural, right, that how will you find your wife then attractive? If you are just looking left, right, center at whatever is passing you, or even on your mobile, then how is that going to be? Again, disobedience of Allah, tranquility, love and mercy is going to go away. It will go away. The third thing also is, one more reason why I believe marriages are not working is people have, because of this equality agenda, and they're okay, we're all equal and all that, people have even forgotten people just don't have this basic understanding now that a man and a woman are two different species. They both think differently, they both operate differently, and both of them are expecting the same from each other. I'll tell you a joke to explain this. There was a person who went into Tabligh, and once he comes back, so before he went for Tabligh, he didn't have a beard. He came back and he had kept a beard. So he came back home and he started telling his wife that you should also keep a beard. And his wife said, I cannot keep a beard, I am a girl. He said, no, you have to keep a beard. She's like, I am a woman, I cannot keep a beard. I understand that, but at least do the niyyah of keeping a beard, right? You'll get the reward on doing the niyyah. That is how we are operating. Men are operating as if the woman also thinks in the same manner, operates in the same manner as how I operate. And the woman thinks that, okay, the men are also operate in the same manner. And then, okay, why is he not understanding me? We need to understand two different species operating in the two different manners. Ajib. And then as time is passing also, right, the level of emotional intelligence also people have, that is also a disaster. Nowadays in corporates, they are teaching us that, okay, they're coming and teaching us basic emotional intelligence. If you find that one of your colleagues is angry, or if your boss is angry, so then at that time you should not also express your anger. You stop it, let it cool down, and then settle. They are teaching us, we're being sent for courses for a day to teach us this, that, okay, how do you manage relationships, conversations at work? Man, this also has to be taught to our youth these days, right? Those people who are getting married, subhanallah, both of them at the top of their anger, guns and bullets are out, and then shooting each other. In public, when they spend time, they're the best couple ever, and they reach home, okay, ammunition out, time for fight, round one, fight. Ajib. Again, that's when there is no deen, then that will what the case is going to be with our marriages. Ajib. So firstly, the men and women don't understand each other. The expectation is not right. The investment is not right. I met one person the other day, subhanallah. His marriage, he already got divorced once, and one of the complaints which had come in, that, okay, why his marriage did not work out, is because he doesn't give time to his wife. Even after getting married, he's busy with his friends every day, every night. He wants to go out with his friends, and he's roaming around and all that. So alhamdulillah, he's getting married again. So I told him, okay, what's your plan and what are you doing? So he told me, okay, I'm going to go for honeymoon here and there. And then he's like, okay, he was telling one of his friends, let's plan a boys' plan in December. I said, boss, you are just getting married now, and again you want to do a friend's plan, a boys' plan only in December. Give time to your wife. Give time to her. Invest. Ajib. The other bit which is also causing marriages to break these days is okay, people who used to fight earlier also, right? Men and women would end up fighting, right? But there were people around them who were facilitating marriage and ensuring that the marriage sticks. Even that sense has also gone into people, subhanAllah. So I understand there was one extreme earlier, which was the bride was said, the girl was said, now you're getting married. Whatever happens, whatever the guy does, you're not coming back. And subhanAllah, females have gone through physical abuse and all that, and they just didn't have an option that, okay, they can come back and things can be sorted. But the other end is, nowadays, Ajib, I don't know what has happened to the fathers and the mothers of the girl. If your husband do this, no, you do this. If he acts like this with you, you should act like that. Are you making the relationship or are you breaking the relationship? What is it like a fight or what, that okay, who has the upper hand in the marriage? Ajeeb. Ajeeb. And then if it's not the mother and the father, then the people, then when they end up into a problem or a conflict, the people with whom they are taking advices, they're also not. So the girl is taking advice from her friends who don't have experience in this. The guy is taking advice from his friends who also don't have experience in this, and then it is an absolute chaos. An absolute chaos. So yes, when people live together, there are conflicts, there will be conflicts, but then people around them also have to ensure that they somehow gel the relationship and keep things going. And lastly, what we really need to understand is it is not random that these relationships are getting broken left, right, center. This is the agenda of Shaitan. Shaitan loves the most. This is his major attack. In a hadith, in a detailed hadith comes, I'm going to tell you the mafhum of that. That Shaitan sets up his stage on the sea, and in the morning, what he does is he sends out his team that go out and create fasad on this earth, create destruction on this earth. So the shayateen go and they come back, and then there's a reporting also. So he sends out his team, and the team comes back later on and gives a report. Okay, you know what I did? I did this today. Maybe, just for example, he said, okay, fine, I made someone lie today. Okay, no big deal, move on. He said, okay, I made someone cheat today. Okay, no big deal, move on. I made someone watch immoral stuff on the social media. He said, okay, fine, no big deal, move on. And then one comes up and he says that I made a husband and wife conflict. I created conflict between them. Shaitan says, well done. Good job. That's my man. Because he knows the kind of impact he can create in a broken family. The impact goes years and years and years, and it's not just two people who get affected by this. Two families get affected by this. The kids get affected by this. Subhanallah, a big majority of the kids who report mental issues, mental health issues these days, and when you sit with them and understand, majority of them have gone into that state because of the conflicts between his mother and the father which were taking place at home. That is what caused them to go into the state of having mental issues. I've received calls from kids aged 15, 18 years old. They said, we just run away from our house the moment our father and mother start fighting. They yell in the house to their highest pitch, and they said, we just can't, because our head just wants to burst out when we see that, so we just run out from the house. Ajeeb. This is the state of our marriages, guys. And if we don't understand and fix ourselves, the goal of tranquility, love, and mercy is not going to be there. The only way we can fix this is understand deen, understand akhlaqiyat. And then finally, I will end over here. Nabi Karim, Allah Ta'ala says in the Quran, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ سَيَجْعَلُ لَهُمُ الرَّحْمَنُ وُدًّا. Indeed, those who have believed, وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ, who do good deeds. Again, righteous deeds over here means also that staying away from the disobedience of Allah and also doing good deeds. Allah Ta'ala will appoint for them, will put love in the hearts for the, Allah Ta'ala will put love in the hearts. As I said earlier also, hearts are in the control of Allah. Allah Ta'ala wants, then He puts love in the heart of people. If we are not becoming people of Allah, then that will naturally have an effect on our relationships. Staying away from the disobedience of Allah is the core when it comes to saving our marriages. So guys, really we need to work hard on this. People who have not got married yet, guys, ensure that you don't make these mistakes, please. Because it's not working out. Trust me, it's not working out. People are making these mistakes and you can see left, right, center, marriages breaking. The divorce rates have gone to the level, when you speak to lawyers, they say the maximum, the most number of cases which come to the court are husband and wife conflicts. Somewhere there is a big problem, and the solution to that is in our deen and nowhere else. Our deen has the solution to that. But the problem is, that's what, right? I have pain in my leg and I'm putting medicine over here. It's not going to work. It will definitely not work. We need to understand where is the problem and fix. If we continue to do the same mistake, we continue to follow the same process, the result is going to be the same. The result is going to be a struggled and a messed up married life, which we really need to fix. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين. We make dua. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الحمد لله رب العالمين. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم. اللهم إنك عفو تحب العفو فاعف عني. اللهم إنك عفو تحب العفو فاعف عني. اللهم أجرنا من النار. اللهم أجرنا من النار. اللهم إني أسألك الجنة الفردوس بغير حساب. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما. ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما. رب ارحمهما كما ربياني صغيرا. رب ارحمهما كما ربياني صغيرا. يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلوبنا على دينك. يا مصرف القلوب صرف قلوبنا على طاعتك. لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين. اللهم إني أعوذ بك من عذاب القبر عذاب الحشر عذاب الدنيا وعذاب الآخرة. اللهم إني أعوذ بك من الفتن ما ظهر منها وما بطن. اللهم إني أعوذ بك من فتنة المسيح الدجال. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. نعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. Oh Allah, forgive us. Oh Allah, forgive all our bad deeds. Oh Allah, accept our good deeds. Oh Allah, give us the tawfiq. Oh Allah, give us ikhlas. Oh Allah, give us qubuliyat. Oh Allah, accept our coming over here. Oh Allah, whatever we did good, oh Allah, it was from you. Oh Allah, we thank you for that. Oh Allah, any mistakes which I have done, oh Allah, I seek forgiveness for that. Oh Allah, it was all from me. Oh Allah, forgive me. Oh Allah, fix our marriage life. Oh Allah, the ones who are going to marry, oh Allah, grant them a married life of love, tranquility and mercy. Oh Allah, make our spouses the coolness of our eyes. Oh Allah, make our families the coolness of our eyes. Oh Allah, allow us to live a life of deen. Oh Allah, allow us to live a life of taqwa. Oh Allah, allow us to live a life of incomplete ubudiyat. Oh Allah, not make us of those who pick certain aspects of deen and leave certain aspects of deen. O Allah, allow us to accept deen completely 100%. O Allah, make us from the righteous people. O Allah, make us from those people who will enter into Jannah without any reckoning. O Allah, O Allah, grant us your muhabbat. O Allah, grant us your love. O Allah, grant us the love of Nabi Karim sallallahu alayhi wasallam. O Allah, grant us a life of deen. O Allah, grant us a life of sunnah. O Allah, allow us to follow all the sunnahs. O Allah, the outwardly sunnahs, the inward sunnahs. O Allah, Allah, give us complete deen. O Allah, fix our muamalat, fix our muasharat, fix our akhlaqiyat. O Allah, grant us the right aqeedah. O Allah, allow us to do your ibadat as Nabi Karim sallallahu alaihi wasallam has taught us. O Allah, fix our prayers. O Allah, fix our prayers. O Allah, fix our prayers. O Allah, give us the true understanding of our deen. O Allah, give us the true understanding of our deen. O Allah, allow us that we spend time in learning your deen. O Allah, allow us to spend time in learning your deen. O Allah, we can't stay away from bad deeds without your help. O Allah, and we can't do good deeds also without your help. O Allah, grant us your help. O Allah, O Allah, accept us for the khidmat of your deen. O Allah, accept us for the service of your deen. O Allah, we know we are not capable of that, O Allah, but it is all qubuliyat. O Allah, if you want to accept someone, then you will give them the qabiliyat also for that. O Allah, accept us. O Allah, accept us. O Allah, accept us. وصلى الله على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وبارك وسلم تسليما كثيرا. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. جزاكم الله خير. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.